Coveo is, as I mentioned before, an ambitious company. We said here a ridiculously ambitious company because we are passionate about that topic of making every digital experience personal, using AI-powered relevance, and using our ability to consolidate data signals from anywhere. And we think that concept is extremely valuable. We've already demonstrated that with many of you, hopefully most of you, and we intend to continue to do that. But what we believe also is that the power of Coveo as a platform is so much more, in fact, that whatever you've deployed on a website or in a self-service community or in a contact center, or some of you starting in e-commerce or intranets or things of that nature, can be deployed, in fact, enterprise-wide. And we'll hear this week from multiple customers, and Laurent will share with you some examples of that. But that, my friends, is something that, at least for us, is extremely, extremely exciting. Frankly, in my personal career, something that I've never quite seen in terms of a revolution of that scale. I want to finish talking to you about some key investments that we're making in some recent news. And I got kind of three categories here where we're expanding. And essentially, in the past year, we've done some fairly major investments around our traditional lines of business. You've seen us invest quite aggressively in the Salesforce Lightning platform. Laurent will talk about that. I do believe we were one of the first companies to broadly deploy and invest within Lightning, and that's quite important for Salesforce customers. We've created a whole new line of business that we've been working on for the past 2 years with Microsoft Dynamics. So the full functionality of Coveo is now available within Dynamics 365. We've expanded our Sitecore practice with the launch of new cloud platforms with the Pro version. And of course, last but not least, and again, kudos to our R&D team and Laurent for making that decision. Ironically, if you go back 5 years ago, the index at Coveo was one of the most important things. And Laurent was smart enough to basically trigger massive investments to rip out that index. It's still there, we can still use it, we still have our proprietary index, but move to adopt what has become a standard in the open source world with close to 1 million developers in the world today, which is Elasticsearch. And as of today, we have now full deployments of Elasticsearch. And what that allows us to do is not only to have Coveo as a platform that can be integrated into many more applications, most of them use Elasticsearch, but hand Coveo as a platform to DevOps within companies so they can implement mass personalization using our platform everywhere, but also run the index on private clouds. So a lot of customers are still concerned about the cloud, some of them for good reasons, some of them for pure fear or ignorance. But still, nevertheless, that is the case. And so that allows us to run the index on a private cloud, on Google Cloud, on Azure, or on Heroku, on basically anything down the road. And we're quite excited about that, and we invite you to learn more about it. You will learn more about it in the next session. What you can expect from us is a new line of business around ServiceNow. Laurent will show you that. Essentially, we believe that ServiceNow is a very important platform in the cloud. It has a purpose. It has a very definitive positioning in the service management industry, and for all companies, and we think that we thought that was an important enough platform to invest a team and invest in integrating the Coveo platform within ServiceNow. And expect from us a lot of developments around e-commerce. E-commerce right now I would define as the most exciting thing going on at Coveo, predominantly because we have enough data now to demonstrate that gathering signals everywhere within an organization and throwing that back into e-commerce to improve relevance is a massive economic driver. And so that's why, obviously, in the software industry, the more our applications can deliver value, frankly, the more we get excited. In the expect category also, we don't hide our ambition to be the core technology that replaces the Google Search Appliance that is going to be decommissioned in on March 31st, 2019. And expect us to create some platforms and launch some platforms that facilitate that transition, both financially as well as technically. And in the explore category, Coveo longer term is definitely interested in entering the world of platform as a service as opposed to software or applications as a service, and really open sourcing a lot of what we do so that developers can build on that. So those are some of the major initiatives. Most of you have probably seen that. It definitely helps to have $100 million on the backdrop. We recently made that raise, and the reason why we did is fundamentally because we believe that this is an incredible space and that it's worth investing very aggressively, and we do want to stay the leader in the space. So that's really, really important to us. And so I anticipate that perhaps next year again we'll double this audience for sure, because we're no short of investment and dry powder right now. So enjoy impact. On that note, I want to talk about a couple of things about the event on a more tactical basis. First of all, hackathon tomorrow. This is something that we thought would be quite innovative, and the response has been great. This is an event that's sold out. It's going to go on all day tomorrow, and I'm very anxious personally to see a lot of the innovation that will come out of that, and some of the great things that many of you who signed up will do with the platform. We have a welcome reception tonight, and right across the street here, right across actually the doors. And I look forward to see you there. I will personally be at the AMA booth, the Ask Me Anything booth, and make sure that we're available, that we can respond to any of your questions. Ask me almost anything, I'll answer. And then tomorrow night we will have the big bash. We actually rented the rooftop of the Marriott Grand Marquis. Trust me, this is the best view in San Francisco. This is the best rooftop bar, and this promises to be extremely fun. And our partner Onyx has been kind enough to organize a ping pong venue and event tonight after the reception, and we invite you to join. So we hope that you enjoy Impact, and that it's more importantly that it's a fun event, that it's you get to speak. You get to tell us what's on your mind, you get to share, and you get to learn. And with that, I'd like to